Today, we're going to be talking about some processes and steps in letting go of your affair partner. Now, this is specifically how to get him out of your head and stop obsessing about him so that you can really live for your future. So, if you have broken up with your affair partner and yet you're hit by so much grief, then this video is for you. My name is Kate London, and I'm an affair recovery coach. And I help women who are in affair relationships through that pain and confusion of living a double life. So, if that is you, then you're absolutely in the right place. I personally got into a 7-year affair relationship. And so I've been through what you're going through. I get how painful it is, and I'm here to support you through that process. So, letting go. So the first one I want to go over is if you are struggling with this and struggling hard with this, it makes me curious around the ending of it or the nature of your relationship. Because sometimes when we get into, say, unhealthy situations, if it's an affair relationship, but we go about the closure in a healthy way, then the pain of getting through this is actually a lot easier because you feel their love, you feel their respect. And so it's a lot easier and faster to get through this than if he pushed you back or made you wrong in any way. Did he make you wrong in this process of ending things or make you feel more difficult or like you were being mean if you were the one ending it? Or did he just close it out without any real care for you? If this is the case, then you may be leaning to a lot of self-blame. And if you're leaning to a lot of self-blame, it's really hard to get over this situation because we're going through all the thought channels on how we could have done better, what they're thinking of us. We really want to repair it so that they can think more highly of us. And yet, at the same time, this really diminishes you in how you deserve to be treated as a woman in the closing of something. If you've been not held in the utmost care. I know this is an affair relationship and things are messy, but in the messiness, did you still get held with care and respect? And if you weren't, instead of going to a place of self-blame, also have a little bit of backing for yourself and highlight where you deserved a better response, a more catering response after everything that you had been through, something with a bit more understanding and care for your heart or respect for you. And in this is going to help you really get some charge about how you deserved to be treated in this. This is going to help you move forward in a direction of, hey, that's not right. I deserve better, as opposed to ruminating on, oh no, now they're thinking less of me. I wonder if they're ever going to come back around. How can I repair this? How can I maybe make them think more of me now that they've pushed me away? The next one on this is to untangle the illusion that you have of him. In ending an affair relationship, we've often put him so high above us. We've pedestaled him, we've praised him, we've thought that he is everything that we ever desired. And in this process, it makes the grief so much harder to move through because all you're doing is seeing all the rosy things about this relationship without actually actively looking at all parts of the relationship on what really worked and what really didn't work for you. I would say that if you properly looked through things, then there are so many elements that are actually not working or aligned for you. There was so many things in this relationship where you felt unprioritized, undervalued, unseen, where you were left in a state of anxiety. All of these things are things that you need to highlight because it's not just the fact that he was in an affair, but this is also the way that he treated you that made you feel, say, insecure and unsteady and really in a relationship where you're treated less than what you really deserve in partnership. So, when you're going through this grief, I really recommend that you highlight some of the things that you were not getting in this relationship, things that were amiss, things that didn't work, times where you really didn't align or didn't agree or went through conflict and all of that, so that you, instead of just ruminating on the person you've missed, you can also see things clearly for what it was. That brings us on to the next one, which is instead of him just not choosing you. Now, even if you've broken it up, he may have you may have hoped that he would get a divorce and then that never happened. And so then you had to break things off, but ultimately he didn't choose you. Uh, or even if you still broke it off, it's really painful. And what happens here is we can go through this place, and he may have been the one that broke it off, where we feel like not chosen in this, and our self-worth greatly diminishes. However, one of the things that I would do to take back a lot of your power and control, we feel like a loss of control in this situation. And so we really want to work on getting that back within yourself. For this to happen, I highly recommend that instead of him not choosing for you, or him not choosing this, or him not valuing this, or him not seeing you, all of that, I want you to actively be like, where do I not choose for this? What parts in this relationship really don't or did not align for me? The more that you can get in a state of choosing that this is my choice as well, and I, at the end of the day, get to choose for the relationship that's going to serve my highest good, the more that you take back your power, and you also take back your self-worth and your dignity around, okay, I deserve so much better than this. And now I can move forward knowing exactly what I desire to get in a relationship. And I can go seek to get that, or open myself to be able to pull that in. So really take it off from his choosing or his control, and also take back the control in your hands of, where can I choose or not choose for this? Where can I not choose for this? So the next one I want to talk about is limiting exposure. Now, this can be confronting. A lot of you feel such a connection to just getting some sort of hit that you've lost everything, and so this is the last thing that you have of him, is either social media exposure, or some clothes that he has left at your house, or things like this. But yeah, this keeps the tie alive. Even if he's not in your life and you're holding on to these experiences, or you're still getting things through social media that remind you of him, even if it's not his channel, but it's something that you followed together, what I would recommend you do is clean house and get rid of everything that reminds you of him. And I know this can feel so overwhelming, and this can be so painful, and it can enter a whole nother level of grief. I would highly recommend that you do that so that you can fully move forward. The grief will move through, and then you'll be ready to open yourself up to a new relationship after you've really healed a lot of the emotion from this relationship. But if we're continuing to feed these ties or to hold on to these ties, then you cannot fully heal until you let go of things. The next thing that I would also do is, if you um, drive to work a particular way and he's at your work, then drive to work a different way down a different highway if it's easy to do. Change up some things that will help you to create a new experience in life from here today forward. The more that you can change up, just in these little things, will help you not just immediately go back into that groove of ruminating around him. The next one is to have a safe place to express all of your emotions. Now, this isn't a fair relationship. If you have entered this and you don't really have a full outlet to be able to process out loud the experiences that you've been having, then they are often stored within you without being able to have a full release. sharing, sharing with girlfriends, sharing with a therapist, sharing with someone is really going to allow you to validate and honor your experience. And in being received or mirrored from the person that you're sharing with, you will be able to see things a lot clearer and be able to finally put it behind you. So, if you're not sharing this, I really highly encourage you to find a place, a safe place to be able to validate the emotional experience that you have had without shame, without judgment, just with compassion and understanding. This is going to help you feel seen and understood. And lastly, focus on your future. Who do you get to be moving forward into this new chapter of your life? Instead of focusing on all that you've lost, you've now got a blank canvas. And I know that can be frightening, but you get to fill this and color this in any way that you choose. This can be actually really exciting. So, with that, make sure that when you're going into this place of rumination, also pull yourself back out and be like, well, what do I really desire to have in my life? And what would that look like? And really focus on bringing your energy here so that you can be excited about the future that you get to create. The thing is, with your affair partner, even if you felt so damn connected and like he was your best friend, there were still things that were really painful and that went unmet within the relationship for yourself. So with this blank canvas, you get to pretty much see, okay, these things worked. I like that. I want this in a relationship, but I also didn't get this. And I want to experience this as well in a relationship. So you're just building out what you really desire in a relationship so that you're more ready when someone comes into your life to know, okay, do they fit into that or not? So I hope that helps with letting go. It is such a challenging and painful situation to go through, to have kind of I don't want to use the word devoted, but devoted your life to someone who at the end of the day can't commit to you. It's painful. It feels sometimes like time wasted, years wasted. And on one aspect it is, and that's painful. On the other aspect, we're here now in control of the future that we get to create. And so I hope that helps. If you want support on this journey, I offer one-to-one coaching. You can click the links below. I also have a support community with women that are in affairs, with both myself running it and also my mentor jumping on a lot of these calls. And my mentor and I also offer advanced programs if you really want to do a deep dive. So all the links are below, and I hope that helps. Bye for now.